It's me, Si, the Camping Kiwi. So today's camp was going to be quite a good camp. Unfortunately, I've had some problems. I was involved in just a minor car accident on Monday, and my car is off the road. So I was unable to arrange what I needed to arrange because of that. So today I'm going to do a disappointment camp. So D is for disappointing, because it wasn't the camp that I wanted to do. So I'm going to camp on my deck today because I have no other way of getting to wherever I want to go. So hopefully it will be okay. It's going to be something different, but we shall see. Obviously, we'll see how it goes through the night. Hopefully it's quite good because it's supposed to rain quite a lot. So it's going to be quite a wet camp. But I am literally a meter from the house. So if there's any issues, if it gets particularly bad because the wind is supposed to pick up, then I can abort and not worry about it. But anyway, yeah, so that was disaster. So, and that's why I'm a little disappointed in what I'm having to do today, but I need to get some content out. So that's what I'm going to do. So I will bring you back shortly once I've figured out exactly how I'm going to set up on my deck. I'll talk to you soon, Kiwis. Cheers. So, Kiwis, as you can see, take these spectacles off. As you can see, I'm outside on the deck. I am a little wet. I'll spin you around. You can have a look at my creation for today. Well, there you go. So, just show you what's going on outside in the weather. Absolutely tipping it now. But as you can see, I have the tarp up. So there you go, Kiwis, there it is. I'm going to try and get around as best I can. So I've managed to get the tarp up. And as you can see, it's not a bad fit. I've used the outdoor sofa as a back just to give it some lift. And yeah, she's up and done. As you can see, the rain is driving in quite a lot from the front there. So I'm glad I've got my tarp all sorted out down there. It's just running away down in the deck. So it's actually not a bad idea. I think I did quite well. I'll just take you inside. So, as you can see, I don't know if you're going to see all this, but I've used the little deck clips. Now, that's quite good actually. That's done the job. It's held it down well. I just need to sort out a bit more underneath here and get my gear in, and I'm good to go. Well, Kiwis, as you can see, I'm sat under the tarp. It's definitely not a stealth camp, is it? Jen knows I'm here, so do the dogs. Probably the neighbours do as well. But they all know what I do and what I love. I love to be outside. So, yeah, this is home for this evening. I've got heaps and heaps of room under here. I'll just show you, and you can have a look. There is an absolute mountain of room. So I'm thinking I'll just sleep just down here. I've got somewhere to sit. I can cat's food in case the cat comes along. But yeah, I'm pretty much protected. The rain is driving in from the front here and the wind. But yeah, I think the configuration of the tarp works. Well, as you can see, the wind's got up a bit. So yeah, I've got the tarp up. I'm really happy with the configuration today. It's actually given me an idea
on how I can set this tarp up. I'm using the AquaQuest Safari tarp again. This seems my favourite tarp. It used to be the DD, but this one's just a lot bigger. It's 4 meters by 3 meters, and they say that the hydrostatic head is I think it's 10,000, which is huge, which is absolutely huge. So I'm really happy, I'm really confident I'm going to stay dry. It is blowing a gale, starting to get a bit breezy out of here. We've got, it says 34k winds are due, and we are in an open area because of the housing estate that's being built is on top of the cliff tops by the sea, so we're getting buffeted quite badly with the wind, but I'm actually quite comfortable. As you can see, I'm laying down on my garden furniture at the moment, just chilling. Oh God, well Kiwis, so as you can see, I'm back under the tarp. Had a bit of a nightmare. It's all up and done nicely, but the wind is currently hitting gusts of up to 60 k's, and I've just had to go outside. It's blown the whole pole out behind me, so I had to go back out in the rain and sort it all out again. So I am absolutely soaked. Let me just see if I can show you. Look at that, I am absolutely sopping again. So yeah, D for disaster. That's what this blooming camp's turning into. I can't sleep on the floor. We have where the deck is wet, the water is because the wind and the rain is just blowing along the boards of the deck and saturating the floor underneath. So I've had to put my German sleep mat down for me to kneel on and stuff like that, so I can cook and get a drink and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so it's, it's not been the best start to a camp. Again, at least I'm at home and I can, if need be, I can jump in the house. But that's not what I'm planning to do. What I am planning to do is try and get a decent night's sleep on my garden sofa in the Dosh down. So we shall see how that works out shortly. I'm not holding any hope of keeping this tarp up. It's getting lower and lower because obviously it stretches. When it gets wet, they do, and that's the type of tarp. But yeah, it's look, I'll live with it. So I'm back again, Kiwis. I finally think I've got it sorted. I've got a bit more headroom. I'll spin you around, you can have a look. It says there could be quite a heavy downpour of rain and some heavy wind in the next 2 hours, and it's only now 6 o'clock, so sunset's done, and this is when I'm gonna regret coming out. I think, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's still lightly raining, but the old wind is getting up a bit and she's starting to get a bit blustery. But we're here for the night, so let's see what happens. I'll spin you around anyway, you can have a look. So there you go, there's the table, my electricals, gas. I've put my lantern under the table. I pulled the table in from outside to lift the tarp at the back there, and that's actually helped a bit. It's made the tarp a little tauter, but it also shines quite a bit of light from underneath. It hits the bottom of the table and it makes it quite light under here, which is good. I have got the outside lights on at the moment, obviously tied to the chair. It is a real cobbled together camp, and it has been an absolute nightmare so far, so we shall see how we get on. So yeah, I'm just starting to get to chill. I've got a nice can of London Porter and some Guinnesses, and I might have a whiskey, I don't know. As I'm not driving anywhere, and as it's going to be a cold night, I might try and warm myself up a little. But yeah, I'm just chilling at the moment. It's actually not too bad. We are due for some more really heavy rain in the next 2 hours. Still raining at the moment, and the wind is still gusting, but that's not too bad. The tarp is certainly getting a good workout, but actually it's such a big tarp I might need to think about how I can configure this for a tarp tent or some form of tarp camp. I'm thinking the star would be good. I could put the bottom ends down, I could raise the middle up quite a lot. I may even be able to get 2 poles in here. I may think about purchasing just a bivvy bag to go, from a sleeping bag to go in, as opposed to a hooped bivvy, because I'll have shelter above. I just need something really just to keep me sleeping bag dry if it gets damp, or if the wind blows underneath with a bit of dampness underneath. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. I'll bring you back in a minute once I've once I've got a bit more to tell you. Hey Kiwis, so yeah, it's now it's 20 to 8. I'm not doing cooking today, as I'm at home. There's no real point. I was going to do well, I was going to cook something really nice, but because I've spent so much time picking the poles up and trying to get the tarp to stay up, yeah, in the rain and the wind on the deck, it's been difficult. So I just quickly had some vegetable soup and some garlic bread. That's it. I do have a couple of beers to drink. I've got a nice London Porter, which will be nice. I haven't had that for a long time. And I've got a couple of Guinnesses there, but I've got a couple of hot chocolates to have a drink. I've got a few snacks to eat. Yeah, other than that, you know, I'm literally just chilling out under the tarp. I might watch some YouTube or something like that. I'll do a bit of editing, I don't know. But yeah, it's got quite quiet now. The wind's dropped down a little. The rain has stopped periodically. Hopefully, you know, we will get some more, I'm pretty sure of it. And the wind is supposed to pick up again in the next couple of hours. But yeah, apart from that, it's just a chill night on the deck. Right, time to make a brew, I think. Got the old burner going. Some water in there. Should be enough for my cuppa. Right, let's see if we can get this thing to work properly. And I've got me Kapilka cup my brother gave me, so I'll be using that today. Oh, yep, nice boiling away there, nice little boil, so we can turn this off. There we go. Now I can make my little cup of chocolate. There you go. Oh, maybe I filled it just a little too much. So Kiwis, I've made myself a lovely white chocolate, so I'm just going to have a quick sip of that for you. I do like a white chocolate, and it's yeah, it's nice and warming. I just sat on the floor at the moment rather than on my bed, just because it's easier to work around on the floor. I'm just used to being on the floor when I'm camping. Anyway, so I'm just gonna have my chocolate. This is going to be quite a boring video, I think, just because the circumstances. So as I was saying earlier, unfortunately the camp I wanted to do I couldn't do. There was some arrangements needed to be made, and I needed my car, and unfortunately with the small accident that I had on Monday morning, early hours Monday morning, going into work, I'm without a car for at the moment. So what was I going to do? So I noticed that the weather was about saying it was going to be fairly rainy and with high winds. So I say high winds, gusts of up to 60 k's at the moment throughout the day and the night. So I thought, well, if I go anywhere, I've got to walk there. Once I'm set up, if anything happens, I haven't got the luxury of being able to get back to the car or getting Jennifer or someone to pick me up. So yeah, it's a little disappointing, but I decided to choose the Disastrous deck camp. So it gives me an opportunity as well, just to go through what I'm using and get used to different configurations in my tarp. So this one, all I've done is I've really literally just pinned down the sides and the back, the very bottom, and just prop the front up. Now this is quite good because there's no wind coming from behind you blowing straight into the tarp, but there is a bit of a crosswind coming from the left hand side there, and that's blowing across from the left, my left, and that's hitting the tarp quite hard. So I've had to put my pole in at an angle rather than straight up, just to give it some friction to stop that blowing over. But it's actually held up quite well. I'm quite impressed with this tarp. I really do like it. It's quite a large tarp. I've used it now for my hammock, and I've used it literally as a cover over a ditch. I used half of it as a ground sheet and the other half over the top. That was on the B for beach camp. So yeah, and then obviously the caveman camp, I used it to cover my hammock. So yeah, it's quite a versatile tarp. It's good size. For what I'm doing today, it's probably a little large. My 3x3 DD tarp would have done, but yeah, I just wanted to give this another whirl. And with me laying on the garden furniture, I needed something to go up quite high, so I needed some extra length to go down the back. So I've got a proper cover over the sofa, so when I'm sleeping, I'm not going to get cold and wet, and I'm off the ground. So this will be interesting, because the last time I've slept with the front open, I've been on the ground when I camped under my DD tarp. I'm actually nearly 6 inches off the ground, maybe a bit more actually, maybe about 8 inches off the ground. So we will see how warm I feel in my Dosh down jacket. So the Dosh down jacket is I've done done a review on that, and I actually quite like it. I think it's a really good piece of kit. There's a couple of little things that need to change, but apart from that, I really like it. The fact that the sleeping bag is part of the jacket really works for me, and when I get the opportunity, when it's a little warmer, yep, I'm definitely going to use it more. So I thought I'll give it a whirl tonight and see what it's like, because it's quite wet. The rain's can be blowing in on me a little, so I need something waterproof, and that's 20,000 millimeter water hydrostatic head. That's the figures that they've given, so hopefully that's going to keep me quite dry and very warm. Anyway, I'm going to start drinking some of my hot chocolate, and I will bring you back in a few minutes for another little chat. Cheers. Just finished my hot chocolate, and yeah, the rain started again. Oh, it's a little dark in here. There you go. Oh, that's a little better. You can see me now. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. So yeah, so we've just sitting here chilling. I've got the I just got the gas burner running just for a little while, because I'm still a bit damp, and it was a bit damp and chilly underneath the tarp here. So I'm just had that running for a little while, only about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's drying up the tarp nicely, getting rid of all the moisture, and it's actually quite nice to sit next to. But yeah, the rain started again, and yeah, I've just finished my chocolate. I have got another little thing to look at today. I hope you don't mind. I'll flick. But yeah, I've gone and got myself an LED strip. You've seen it before, I believe. Let me just turn the light off. Yeah. So yeah, and I bunged it into a bag which I had the old LED strip in, and it looks like the bag obviously glows. It uses some sort of it's some sort of technology that when you have the thing in, it throws out like a lantern, which is a really good idea. So yeah, so I've just turned that on there, and I've got my little light, camp light, just up on, hanging up on the entrance to the tarp there. But yeah, it's actually, with this little heater going, with the burner going, it's actually getting quite comfortable in here, as it was quite cold and damp more really. And now I'm drying out nicely, so I'm just sitting here on the floor on a cushion, leaning against my bed, yeah, waiting and chilling. So I'm going to watch a few more videos, and yeah, if anything exciting happens, I'll bring you back and we'll see how we go. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. So Kiwis, I've had a little friend join me. Hey Teddy. Ted. Good boy, here he comes. Hello Teddies. Put them out of the way. Hello little man. Hi. Hi Ted. Hi. You come camping with Daddy, eh? You decided to come camping with the old man, eh? Yeah, it's amazing who you see when you camp on your deck in the back garden, eh? So Teddy's still here. He's still around, enjoying his little camp with his dad. Hello, Ted. I know, he's a good boy, aren't you? Makes a change because he's not usually a good boy. Hey? Hey? What are you doing? Hey? Wait, you want to go in? Or are you going to chase the cat? Yeah. That's going to be a noisy night if he stays. But I don't think he'll stay. He likes to be in the warm. He's a bit of a wimp, really, aren't you? Wimpy dog. Anyway, so whilst Teddy's wandering around, I'm just gonna break out my beer, I think. So yeah, let's do a beer review. Let's do a Camping Kiwi beer review. All right, so I'll bring you back in a minute. Okay. Oh well, Kiwis, I can take these off. It's it's about 10:10. So, and I haven't had my beer yet, so I'm just going to sit down and tell you what I've got. So tonight I have got Guinness if I want some more, but I thought I'd try this Emerson's London Porter. Now you know I like my dark beers, so nice black lid. So I thought, why not give it a try? So yeah, let's give it a whirl and see what it's like, shall we? All right, let's get this bad boy open. Not too frothy, doesn't burst out the can, so let's give it a try. Yeah, so let's have another glug. It's not a bad beer considering it's a relatively new brewery. It's a New Zealand porter. It's quite malty, but it's not strong and it's not sweet. It's just right, actually. It's very nice. It's obviously a dark beer, but it's lovely. Yeah, I could see me having these if I didn't have any Guinnesses. These would work nicely, I think. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's lovely. That's very nice. Very, very nice. So, like I say, it's now 10:10. So yeah, it's nice to have a beer. I'll probably have that and maybe crawl into bed shortly. Whew. So it's currently 10 past 10 and it's 16, it says it's 16 degrees, which is about 68 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe. However, it is sitting currently at 99 point something percent, 99.7% humidity, and the rain's just started again. The wind's picked up a little, so it might, well, it's not cold, it's just really, really damp, and that wind just makes it a little blah, you know, horrible. Anyway, I'm going to keep drinking the old London Porter. Again, a great drop of beer. Yeah, I'm just going to drink that for a little while, sit down and chill. My bed is already behind me. All I have to do is jump into the Dosh down. So what I'll probably do is I'll take this jacket off because I've got a t-shirt on underneath, jump into the Dosh down, and hope that should, at 16 degrees, it should be warm enough. I do have a wool blanket just on the furniture at the moment, just because on my last review of the Dosh down, that middle portion of the sleeping bag pulls down. It's a bit hard to see from here, but let's see if I can show you. So obviously the sleeping bag is attached. The sleeping bag is attached along this middle section, but when the coat is done up and you move your legs around, there's nothing holding the front of that in. There you are, there's the legs. So there's the jacket, there's the legs, there's nothing holding that top portion up against your belly. So it just means that that middle piece, when you stretch out fully, it pulls it away from the jacket and you get that cold band right across your front. Now your back's not so bad because it's attached high up in the back, but the front is a bit of a gap. So I've got the blanket basically to cover my legs and feet and to cover that middle portion so I don't get too cold. Because it is damp too, you're always going to feel a little cooler as a whole. But yeah, I'm actually quite, now it's settled and I've got the tarp up correctly, and I'm sitting here, it's actually not too bad. There's quite a bit of room between me and the table. I'm sitting on a cushion, one of the back cushions. I'm actually sat on the floor, just because it's easier for me to get to all my stuff. I could bring the table closer, but then if I have to get up in the night, I'm clattering and banging around all the old table. So, but apart from that, yeah, it's been good. It's been a good camp. Bit disappointed that that I wasn't able to do the camp that I wanted. I will go through that later. I will do another one. I am going to do the camp, but because of the car, I need to make sure I've got some way of getting to where I'm going and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, apart from that, yeah. So the next camp in 2 weeks' time is going to be E. So it's an E alphabet camp, will be E. So that can be any type of suggestion, you guys. You can suggest whatever you want. Just pop it in the comments below the video here, and I will read them. I read all of my comments and I will get back to you. There you go, Kiwis. So that's the tarp from the outside. It stopped raining for a little while. It's quite large, as you can see. Got a bit of an overhang on the front here so the water will run off. Oh. Put my light there. That's on the other side there. So there we have it. That's the tarp for tonight. And there we go. Well, Camp.The Kiwis, it's 25 to 12. I'm going to get my head down now. It's quietened off a little. There's no the rain is just showers at this stage, on and off. The wind has dropped right down. It's currently 16 degrees, which is about 60, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, I'm starting to feel a bit tired, so I'm going to get my head down. If anything happens in the night, I'll let you know. See you in the morning. Night, Kiwis. Well, good morning, Kiwis. It's currently, wow, 8:30, and yeah, it was a good night, actually. Still, it was quite noisy with the wind blowing. There wasn't really anything happen in the night. There was a loud bang around 2:30, and one of the neighbours obviously had something that got blown around in their garden, but that was fine. The Tarp disaster. Yeah, the disaster camp was good. Right, camping Kiwis, so I've come to the end of my camp today, my disastrous camp. So yep, D was for disaster, and in that disaster I've managed to figure out somewhere else to camp, basically. So I camped on my deck, which is also D, and I also did it in my Dosh down, which is also D. So we did quite well out of all of that at the end of it. Yeah, so I just want to thank you all for joining me on this disastrous camp. In every sense of the word, it was sopping, the floor was absolutely drenched. You know, I've got no car, so it's all, the whole thing has been a disaster. This week's camp has been an absolute disaster. But anyway, that's the breaks. But I would like to thank you all for joining me, and don't forget the next camp that we're going to do is Camp E. So don't forget to make your suggestions. So if you liked what you've seen, please hit that like button so that I can keep the channel going. The more likes I get and the more subscribers I get, the more I can produce the videos for you, and then there's so many more people could be interactive, and we can all go on a journey together. So yeah, so hit that like button up there. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the comments below. Make sure that you comment on what you'd like to see me do for an E camp, and then whoever I decide or they get the most votes for, I'll go and do that camp. So yeah, and I can give you a shout out, or someone else to shout out, whatever you want to do, just to give you a bit of recognition that you're the one that won the camp this week. Anyway, like I say, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the very next. Cheers, Kiwis. Have a fabulous week.